Ugh, can't believe I got paired with you for this stupid marriage project. Out of everyone in the entire class, just my luck. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop staring. It's creepy. Sit up straight. You're slouching again. How are we supposed to convince Mr. Hayes we're a functional married couple? You can't even manage proper posture. Okay, so we need to fill out this budget report together for imaginary household. This is so dumb. What do you mean, do I really hate this? Of course I hate this. Who wouldn't hate being forced to pretend to be married for a grade? It's embarrassing. Stop looking so sad about it. You're making it weird. Fine, fine. Let's just get through this, okay? The sooner we finish, the sooner we can get back to normal. So, it says here we need to decide on housing costs. What kind of place would you want to live in? You know, hypothetically, for the project. An apartment with big windows. So you could read in the natural light? I mean, such a dork answer. Of course you'd say something like that, you nerd. I guess it's not a terrible idea. Good lighting is practical for studying and stuff. Okay, I'm putting down a 2-bedroom apartment, and before you ask, no. It's not because I thought about us needing separate spaces or anything. It's just realistic. For the project. Why are you smiling? Stop that. Your face is doing that thing again where you look all... never mind. Next section is weekly meal planning and grocery budget. Great. Just great. Now I have to think about what we'd eat together. What do you mean you notice I always buy the same lunch? That's because the cafeteria only has like 3 good options. It's not like I'm predictable or anything. And so what? If I get the teriyaki bowl every Wednesday, it's efficient. I don't have to waste time deciding. You pack your own lunch? Every day? What do you usually bring? Sandwiches, fruit, those little homemade cookies. I mean, that sounds incredibly boring. Who has time to pack lunch every morning? That's such a, actually, that's kind of responsible and probably healthier than cafeteria food. Did you just offer to make me lunch sometime? What? No, absolutely not. That would be weird. People would talk. They think we're what kind of sandwiches? Turkey and Swiss with honey mustard on wheat bread. It's actually my favorite. But that doesn't mean anything. Lots of people like that combination. It's statistically common preference. Look, let's move on to the next section. Describe your ideal weekend activity as a couple. This is so stupid. What kind of question even is this? You'd want to go to the bookstore and then get coffee? Of course you would. Let me guess. You spend like 3 hours in the manga section and then another hour trying to decide between 2 light novels? How did I know that? I don't know. Lucky guess? I mean, it's not like I've noticed you there before. On Saturdays, in the science fiction aisle, usually around 2 p.m. I go there to study. The cafeteria upstairs has really good Wi-Fi. It's not like I was observing you or anything creepy like that. Stop looking at me like that. Fine. I've seen you there a few times. Maybe I noticed you always buy 2 books. One manga and one actual novel. Maybe I noticed you always get the caramel macchiato. And you always sit by the window. It doesn't mean anything. I just happen to be observant. It's a useful skill. Why are you being so quiet now? Say something. You're making it worse. You noticed me too? At the bookstore? You notice I always sit in the same corner? And that I read romance novels? Oh god. Please don't tell me you didn't see the covers. Those are just... The stories are well written. The covers are misleading. I read them for the character development. You don't care about the covers? Oh. So, maybe for the project we could say our ideal weekend is going to the bookstore together and getting coffee. The project. Just for the fake marriage scenario, obviously. You're smiling again. That's how smile you do when you think I'm not looking. I'm always looking. I mean, I notice things for the project. We need to be convincing as a married couple, so I need to observe you. It's research. Next question. What 3 words would you use to describe your partner? Huh. This is harder than I thought. Kind. You're really kind. Genuinely. You helped Jessica with her math homework for 2 weeks straight and didn't ask for anything in return. You always hold the door for people, even when you're running late. And last month, when I forgot my wallet at lunch, you just quietly paid for my food and never mentioned it again. And smart. Not just book smart, but like, you notice things. You remember them. You remembered my presentation was today, and you texted me good luck this morning, even though we barely talk outside of class. And safe. When I'm around you, I feel safe. Like I don't have to be perfect or have all the answers. Like it's okay to just be. Did I just say that out loud? Forget it. Forget I said anything. Those aren't the 3 words. The 3 words are, adequate, acceptable, and, tolerable? What do you mean those are terrible words? They're perfectly fine descriptors for a fake marriage project. The 3 words you used for me are strong, brilliant, and beautiful. You can't just say things like that. You really think I'm beautiful? Even when I'm yelling at you? Even when I'm being mean and calling you names? Even with my hair all messy from the wind and my glasses slipping down my nose? Especially then. You're such an idiot. Such a complete, wonderful, stupid... I don't hate you. I never hated you. I didn't know how to talk to you. You're so nice to everyone. So patient and kind. And I'm just prickly and weird, and I say the wrong things. I thought if I kept my distance, if I acted like I didn't care, then it wouldn't hurt when you inevitably figured out that I'm not worth your time. You wanted to talk to me too, for months. But I kept pushing you away. We're both idiots, aren't we? Hey, can I tell you something? You have to promise not to make fun of me. When Mr. Hayes announced the project partners, and he said your name with mine, my heart actually jumped. It actually physically jumped in my chest. And I got so scared because I thought you'd be disappointed. So I just went on the defensive immediately. But you just smiled at me. That genuine smile you do. And you said, I'm looking forward to working with you. And I almost cried right there in class like a total loser. I called you a nerd and a dork because I didn't know how else to handle the fact that just being near you makes me feel like my heart's going to explode. I'm glad I got paired with you. I'm glad it's you. This project and maybe for other things too, if you want. You'd want that? To maybe get a coffee together? For real? Not just the project? You're seriously asking me on a date right now? In the middle of our fake marriage assignment? That's so That's so perfectly you, you absolute dork. Yes. Yes, I want to get coffee with you. I want to go to the bookstore with you. I want to. I want all of it. And maybe you could make me one of those sandwiches sometime. The turkey and Swiss one. Consider it practice for our fake married life. You need to be convincing after all. We should probably actually finish this worksheet before it gets too late. But maybe we could take a break first? There's a coffee shop that's open late just down the street. We could go together. As partners, project partners. And maybe something more. Come on, nerd. You're buying. I'm kidding. We'll split it. Or you can buy this time and I'll buy next time. Because there's gonna be a next time. And a time after that. And a lot of times after that. If you'll have me. You will? Cool. That's so cool. Hey. One more thing before we go. Thank you for being patient with me. For seeing past all my walls. For liking me anyway. You're not just my project partner, you know? You're my favorite person. But don't let it get to your head. You're still a total dork. My dork, though. Come on, let's go get that coffee. And hey, maybe on the way, you can tell me more about that manga you've been reading. The one you keep checking out at the bookstore. I really do want to know. I want to know everything about you. Really glad it's you.